Don't say any F's and stuff. Don't say any F's and stuff.
Blazing the steel. Bring the heat. Mixing non-stop with the hottest DJ.
I'm your host, Joshua Diaz.
Non-stop.
There is no investigation. This boy has...
There is not, really? It is to me.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
But I have to put her on the side and worry about
I'm gonna do what I gotta do for me and my boys and my kids.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
There is no investigation. This boy
There
has...
is not, really? It is to me. Rise, idiot.
I've done my best. It's hard, that's real tough.
But I have to put her on the side and worry about the boys.
I'm gonna do what I gotta do for me and my boys and my kids.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
Live from the NBD Production Studios, you're in the lab with your host, Joshua Diaz. What up?
There is no investigation. This boy has...
What's going on?
It is to me. But I have
Happy
to put
birthday
her
to you, too.
on the side and worry about the boys. But I have to...
Indeed, indeed. 1
There
year
is no investigation.
older.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
Give you my thoughts.
But I have to put her...
I'll give you my thoughts and feelings, and
But I
then
have to put her on the side and worry about the boys.
thank you. Happy birthday to me. Yes, indeed. November 15th is my birthday today. 37 years old. Awesome. Thank you for all the wishes and happy birthdays. Thank you so much. You guys are very, very sweet. Yeah, I 37 is kind of one of those like numbers. It's pretty, it's just relative. It's not like 40 or 35 or 30 or 21. It's just, it's 37. Not that big of a deal, but and Natalia, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let me tell you this. This age right now, my mid 30s and now heading into the latter stages of my mid 30s, has probably been my favorite. It's been my favorite time. You can do whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. You can, just kind of in charge of yourself. And, because I remember being like a 24-year-old kid and just thinking like, how the hell am I going to like survive in life at all? And if you notice there, even though we're in black and white, folks, if you look right here, there is what I call, there's like a gray patch starting. That's right. It's a gray patch. What are you going to do about it? Right. And, Sorry about that. Sooner Girl says it's her second live. I got a great show for you tonight. Never mind my birthday. But I will tell you, getting older is cool. And the reason it's cool is because it beats the alternative. And I'm fortunate. I am very fortunate to be here. I've never taken that for granted. I never really have. Like I said, my mother died at a very, very young age, like a lot of you, I'm sure. And Single Mama 4, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Chris says, happy birthday, Corn Dog. Have a blessed day. Talk soon. Aloha. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that as well. Yeah, so, it just beats the alternative. It's cool to grow old. Grow older. A lot of people never get that chance. It's evident by, the stuff that we talk about. And so, I'm very, very blessed to be here. I had a fantastic day. I had no worries today. I set them all aside. I'll get back to them tomorrow. And then I'll continue with what I do, and my nephews, my children, my sister, my grandma, Linda, were all very big parts of my day today. It was fantastic. I had breakfast with my dear grandmother and dinner with my kids, and all in all, it was fantastic. So anyway, I'd rather be. Margaret says, the lab, my grandmother always said there's only one way to avoid getting old. The alternative isn't good. I agree. She also said life doesn't begin at 40, although that's fun. Life begins at 80. I don't know where life begins. I know where it ends, but Linda got me something very cool, and I'm not going to disclose it yet, but you'll be able to see it at some point. Sally Carson says, you're wise beyond your years. I've been told the opposite, but thank you. I think very, very lucky, very blessed. Amen. I really, truly am. So thank you anyway. It's, business as usual around here. 37 is nothing to throw a party for, but I do appreciate you guys. It's very, very sweet. Now let's just get into it. We're going to talk real quick. We're going to talk about Delphi, a little bit Brian Laundrie, and then the case Michael Vaughan. We're going to talk the latest on that. We're also going to talk we're gonna listen to a little bit of the interview that I had done with Brandy 9 months ago, and so let's just hop in and take a listen.
After we learned of a letter from Richard Allen asking for a court-appointed attorney.
He said he just didn't realize how expensive it was going to be to hire his. The man charged with the Delphi murders now has a court-appointed attorney.
We learned of this development in just the last couple of hours. It comes about a week after we learned of a letter from Richard Allen asking for a court-appointed attorney.
He said he just didn't realize how expensive it was going to be to hire his own attorney.
It's expensive, dude. It's expensive. So, not a lot going on there. The hearing is coming up really, really soon. We're going to be able to check that out when it happens. And who knows where it goes from there. I mean, you know, it is believed now that investigators believe that that's the guy on the bridge is Richard Allen. That's just what they say. You know, none of that's proven, and we got to go go through everything and listen and you know, not be insane with each other and tell each other, hey, you're wrong, you're right, you're wrong, you're right. None of us know anything. None of us are right. None of us are wrong. We don't know yet. There will be right. There will be wrong, but who cares? Now, in one of the more shocking and twisted things I've seen in quite some time, I am an avid, and when I say avid, I mean an avid Jeopardy watcher. And I was shocked at what Jeopardy did. I've never seen a question quite like this. I don't know how it made it past the writers. I don't know how it made it past the censors, the showrunners, the what the frig ever. I have no clue how this happened. But let's take a listen. You're reading that right. In 2021, fugitive Brian Laundrie ended his days in Florida's Myakkaky Creek area, home to these long and toothy critters. Oh my God. Unbelievable. This is one of those things where you go, this isn't real. Yeah, oh yeah. They read this on air. Not only did they read it on air, somebody got the answer right. What are alligators? Deb is correct. Thank you, Deb. Thanks, Deb. I swear to God, I've never seen anything like that. At all. Never. It's not a joke. And I promise you, it's not a joke. This really, really happened. This is a Jeopardy question. Yes, it was just on, and I mean, I think it was last night, and social media just went crazy. And Nat Thompson, thank you so much for the $9.99 super sticker. I appreciate that very much. Canadian Cookie, thank you very much for. Yeah, that's the thing, you know. Alex is so, he was so classy. But but here's the thing, guys. Okay, I don't want to say this is the funny part. Guess who's pissed off about it? Guess who's really mad about that question? I don't know how much it was worth. It was probably a $100 question. But guess who's mad? The Laundries. The Laundries are upset that they have done this. They're upset. The Laundries. Who cares if they're upset? I'm talking about Gabby. It was weird. It was really weird. You know, the Laundries, you know, it's, first of all, it shouldn't have happened. Okay. But it's hard to be sympathetic with them, knowing the story. You know, yeah, they're not happy about that, but you know, they harbored their son, and it is really hard for me to believe that they did not help him get away. I struggle with that. where he could at least go out on his own terms. They didn't turn him over. And so their fake outrage, or even if it's real, they can miss me with it because I don't care. The Laundry showed who they were. And let's see. Do you remember the category? Things a-holes do for 1,000. Oh, no, wait. Douchebags in history. How's that? Yeah, I mean, I could care less about Brian Laundrie's folks. They're not. I cover, like everybody else in the world. I covered that case when it was happening, and it was the craziest thing that I'd ever seen. I told you, douchebags of history. I don't know. I don't know what the category was. No, I really don't know. I have no clue. Guys who were never charged with murder that should have been charged with murder. Convicted of murder, then you could throw OJ in there. Who's the other guy? Like, who's the guy that was married like 5 times and a couple of his wives died like suspiciously in the bathtub and something else, or whatever it was. I mean, it's pretty unbelievable. In 2021, fugitive Brian Laundrie ended his days in Florida. Ended his days. Barry Morphew for 1,000. Answer started with A-hole. They lost me. Current events. People who escaped justice for 500. Keep them going. Dale Warner. Dale Warner's in there. Next Jeopardy question. What YouTube crime channel accepts donations from dying cancer victims? I don't know. Oh, yeah, I do. Don't say it out loud, though. Drew Peterson for 1,000. I'll take Drew Peterson for 1,000. Animal Justice. The answer is, what is alligators? Thank you. Pretty Eyes. Thank you so much. The answer is what is alligator. Look, like I said, I don't care about Brian Laundrie, but it is disrespectful to Gabby Petito and her family. Don Wells would be on that list as well. Yeah, we could come up with a top 10. You know what? That's what we're going to do. Top 10 douchebags of the year. And then I'll put a list together and of like 40 different people, and then we'll slowly whittle it down to the number one, and we'll do it every night. We'll just, one right after the next. We'll just take a bunch of people, even the staircase guy, and what we'll end up doing, it will be incredible. It will be incredible. Although, see, Laundrie was last year, though. So we got to expand the rules a little bit. No political figures. No political figures. We're true crime. Yeah, Daryl Brooks will be on there. Amber Heard will be on there. Yeah, kind of a contest of bad. Yeah, it's not really... Okay, we can... Here, how about we just do the worst people of all time? Because Casey Anthony will be on there. All right, so... Cruz will be on there. True Crime Clue. I don't know how to do that. Kanye. I was thinking that we could probably stick to like people who have committed like heinous crimes. not people that we don't like just because of political reasons. And no, we're not putting creators on there either. That's not what I do. Larry can be on that list for sure. I don't know who this guy is, but he can be on the list. Sure, Leilani can be on the list too. Bridge guy can be on the list. Nah, he can't be on. If he's a YouTuber, he can't be on the list. But okay, I'm with you. But anyway, yeah. So we will start that next show. I don't know who Alex Baldwin is. Is he the florist from Tampa? Casey Anthony can be on there. Barry Morphew can be on there. Jodi Arias can be on there. The worst of true crime minus the creators. Yeah, it'll be cool. Candace can be on there. We can't do worst creator. No, I'm not going to do that. Meteor manager. Yeah. I mean, Flo, we're really reaching Lorena Bobbitt. Yeah, sure. Bill Cosby. Yeah, Alec Baldwin. I'm sure he was. Yeah, I know who Chandler Hamilton is actually now. Leilani, Brittany Davis, Lori. Yeah. Florida man, just general Florida man. Grandis is going to make the list. Man, the Wells are going to be well represented. It's going to be they're like the Yankees of the All-Star game. It's going to be interesting. So the worst of true crime, and I guarantee you somebody's going to rip this off. Like they always do. Like I wasn't the one that came up with Pedo in the Shadow or Diddler on the Roof. Like I didn't come up with any of that, right? So keep a look out there. I love it. It should be called the best and worst of true crime. Yeah, we're gonna fine tune. I'm sure. Sandra, yeah. It looks like we got a list. Anyway, I'll fine tune that and then we'll go from there. Dawn and the John. I did that one too. Oh no. That's so funny. The pond isn't big enough for the both of us. What's up, dude? You're back. That's awesome. Oh, that is hilarious. He's somebody that I publicly shamed in front of a bunch of people and then banned him from the room. I don't know how he got back in. I have no idea. I have no idea how he got back in. That's awesome. Welcome back. So that's Alex Jones. Yeah. Nah, I think all he did, I think all Koi Boy did was tell me to calm down or something, or it wasn't that serious or something like that. And it wasn't like that big of a deal. And I was on a roll that night, and I was like, so the pond isn't big enough for both of us. I'm back. Now that is good stuff. Oh, we're gonna have plenty of lists. Great channel, great. Thank you so much. That is so funny, man. What if he, like, is he gonna say something else, or is he gone? Oh, you know what? Let me see. Where did he go? I forgot. I didn't know. Okay, that's right. Let me see. Oh, okay. I got you. So he's all right. I will okay. All right. Well, let's do it this way. Let's do a poll. He obviously likes the show. It's not that Coy Boy can't watch the show, but let's have a. All right, we'll let that run for 5 minutes, and then we'll revisit it. Oh, that's too funny. Cherry and Max, hey, how's it going? Thank you. Coy Boy is just somebody. I'm trying. Oh man, dude. All right. Okay. So if you, it looks like the yeses are gonna run away with it here. So let's just let them back in. Oh, give me a second and I'll just get it done. Just take me one quick second. Son of a gun. That is so funny. Figured out a way. I appreciate the resilience. All right. Give me a second, Coy Boy. You can come back in because that was hilarious. Oh, man. I really hope this doesn't take forever. Like, I hope you just kind of pop right up. But, of course, you wouldn't. I'm going to start from son of a bia. Coy Boy, where are you, Coy Boy? Should be easy to find. Be cool if they did like alphabetical order, but they don't. If I can't find you, you're here somewhere. I know you got blocked. They booted your ass right out like it was nothing. It was hilarious. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. A, B, C, D. I'm going to find it. Maybe I won't. Maybe he's not blocked. He's got to be blocked, right? He's blocked for sure. Did somebody block him? Because I was pretty sure I said, yeah, block him. Gotta be somewhere. Where is this guy? What if he blocked me? Like, what if he reverse blocked me? Where are you, Koi boy? Because I am curious about your name as well. Like, if you're a big fan of koi fish. We used to have a really big koi fish till it got swooped up by a seagull. It was the circle of life. I remember singing that. I remember singing the circle of life. And it really helped me get through that time. Da, 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 da. Man, why couldn't it just be faster? So he's blocked, right? Because I don't see him on my block list. Oh! I found him. All right, Koi boy. If you're out there watching, you're back. Great. Koi boy's back. What's up, dude? Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for sticking with us here at the lab. Where is he? I haven't seen this. What did he say? Is he back? That's awesome. You're welcome. Honestly, you are. And you know what? You were probably unfairly kicked out, to be honest with you. And so I apologize. He does seem fishy, but we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's never caused any problems. I don't even think he actually caused a problem. That's the thing. I do not believe that Koi Boy caused a problem that night. I think all he said was calm down and then something, same to you or something. But I don't think he actually caused like a major problem, you know. But we're happy to have you back, you know. Yeah, I personally did it. I sought you out, and to be honest with you, I was probably going to do that anyway, but yeah, it's my birthday, so I'm feeling magnanimous. He was the straw. You're right. That was the thing. I don't even think he said anything bad. I think all he said was like, it's not that serious. And I said, what? It's not that serious? Get out of here. It was very overreactive. It certainly was overreactive. Yeah, especially it's hard to tell people to calm down, especially when they're already not calm. So I know. See, okay. I did. I wish one of his fish would die. I did that, and I'm sorry. That was messed up. That was really messed up, and I apologize for that. That's true. That's true. I did. I said it out of anger. Famous last words. Calm down. I hope your fish dies. Oh man. Yeah. It was bad. If he doesn't have fish, then he has nothing to worry about. I don't know if I wished death on his fish. I don't even know if he has fish. I really don't know. I said if you do or something like that. I can't remember. We'll have to pull the tape. No, thank you. Don't worry about it. But I said, yeah. Unreal. Apology not accepted, but happy birthday. Well, you're blocked, so see ya. Moving on. I ain't playing any clip. Josh, you did say something about karmic debt being paid, if I remember correctly. It probably sounds about right. I'm not. I know you're kidding.
Cruise wrapped up.
All right, so let's talk about Michael Vaughan case. Welcome back, Coy. Josh, was that McFluff over the fence in Idaho? I don't know, probably. Coy boy, do you really have fish though? Like, is that your thing? Like, you like fish? Yeah, you told him wrath of God would rain down on his pond. I don't know about that. If somebody wants to pull that clip, send it to me. I'll happily take a look at it. He said he was kidding. Leave him alone. He's fine. But honestly, I do want to know, do you have fish? Can't keep the koi down. Dude, those things live so long. We had one that outgrew the fish tank. I swear. It was incredible. That's what I saw. Fish heads. I'm not mad at all, Sally. Thank you. There's nothing fishy going on here. I did not say a karmic death. I didn't say that. It's on the last show, but I didn't say I am fish. Okay, so there you go. I think we've taken the koi boy bit as far as we can. So let's just move on.
For the day in Fruitland, where they continue to excavate the backyard of a home there. Fruitland police say they're looking for the remains of 5-year-old Michael Vaughan, also known as Monkey. That search is based off of a tip from someone who lives in the home, and Morgan Romero and Alexander Duggan have been outside that home for the last few days. Morgan and Alex, based on what you've seen and heard out there, it sounds like this isn't going to be a quick process.
No, and already, Shira, we are in the 5th day of law enforcement and search and rescue crews excavating the backyard of that house behind me, the address 1102 Red Wing Street in the town of Fruitland, just 4 minutes away from the Vaughan family home. Today, however, Alex has been out here for the past few days. Today was much calmer than it's been. We've had heavy machinery here the last few days. Today, mostly people here with shovels, and already it's 4 p.m. and crews are done. Chief Huff, though, saying, as you alluded to, they could be out here for another week as they continue to process that backyard. They're not done yet. They're taking the dirt from that backyard and they're bringing it to a location off-site, and they're analyzing that dirt. It's also important to note he does still believe that Michael's remains are here. He has reason to believe that. And law enforcement did arrest one of the people who lives in that home. Her name is Sarah Wondra. We told you about that yesterday. The 35-year-old was booked into the Payette County Jail on a charge of failure to report a death. She was arraigned yesterday. And just to reiterate, Huff confirmed that what led them to this home was a very credible tip. And as he told our Alex yesterday, that tip came from somebody inside the home.
Yeah, Morgan, law enforcement and search and rescue have been using heavy machinery this whole time to dig up the yard, and now they're in the fine-tuning phase of the excavation. They brought in shovels, as we could see. It's a very slow and methodical process, the ISP public communications officer was telling us, and they can't say if they have found anything yet. Along with the yard, Huff said they're going to search the home as well, and they're still getting a lot of tips over the last 3 days. Huff said he has good leads coming in. He feels encouraged. Please keep.
Brent, thank you for that PayPal. I really do appreciate that. Appreciate the birthday present, and I believe Anna as well. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Is it Anna? Yep, Anna. Anna and Brent, thank you guys so much.
Reaching out, he said, please keep reaching out to law enforcement with tips and leads. It's a very complex investigation. You know, Morgan, Huff wants to resolve the case and hold these people accountable who committed this alleged crime.
And court records do show that the judge ordered a competency evaluation, a mental health exam for Sarah Wandra yesterday. Chief Huff says she has not been cooperative since being arrested. He couldn't say if any arrests are coming down the pipeline, anybody else, but he did say that he thinks Sarah is not the only one with knowledge about Michael's disappearance. I asked him, how can you charge somebody with failure to report a death if you publicly at least do not have any evidence of a death? And he said, we believe we have probable cause for the prosecutors to charge her with this. It's not just one statement that was made. I also want to know, as we were driving back into the subdivision after going out to lunch, we did see somebody putting up a sign, the subdivision called Hidden Meadows, that said, thanks law enforcement. And that sign was right next to the missing child sign with Michael Monkey Vaughan's information.
Morgan, yeah, it's also important to note that Huff says that there is not a connection with this house and the people who live here with the white Honda Pilot that Fruitland police had posted earlier last year looking for information about. Also, the man walking by the splash pad around the time of Michael's disappearance that they put out a photo of as well. They believe that they have ID'd the man and previously said that they don't believe he was a suspect.
We don't have any more information about those two things at this time, the white Honda Pilot or the man that was walking by the splash pad. But we are continuing to stay on top of this story. And again, Michael Monkey Vaughan disappeared July 27th, 2021. Alex has been on this story for well over a year now. And this has been the biggest and most crucial development in this case, Alex.
Right, and we're just 4 minutes away from Michael's home right now. His home is blocked off. Huff said that he doesn't want media presence or other people bothering the family because they are victims of the situation as well.
Back to you, Shira.
Yeah, I know you both have been staying on top of this for us. Morgan Romero and Alexander Duggan, live in Fruitland.
So there you go. Let me see here. Lily. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Dreamcatcher. Happy birthday, Josh. Thank you very much, Dreamcatcher. I appreciate that. Happy birthday. Let's see. Now, here's something that I did want to say. You heard about the mental health competency. Take a look at this. This is just so weird.
I can't pay it back.
Shoot, sorry.
I can't pay it back.
Thank you, BC Proud.
I owe everything to him. Man, sorry. It just hit me so hard.
So, I mean, I'm not a mental health professional at all, but something's going on here. I mean, like if you look at her social media site, and I went back a little bit through it, and I'm not really that big of I don't dig that deep on people's social media because for the most part, I think that social media doesn't tell an accurate. It's not an accurate portrayal of who the person is, except in this case because they're legitimately seem ill, like mentally not stable. And it's like at one point she really like goes off the deep end, if you know what I mean. Like all this, becoming a devout Christian and these like mental breakdowns. I mean, this is not the same. Like, this is not the first one. You know what I mean? Having Michael on the refrigerator and posting him on her Facebook. It makes you think, if this is the lady, like, how long have they... It's going to be really interesting to find out exactly what happens. And then, I heard her saying something about that God told her that her husband did it. And it's like, did what? You're not even admitting to anything.
I don't deserve half the stuff I've been given. Not even anything, really. God just keeps blessing me and I don't deserve it.
It doesn't seem blessed at the moment, right? Like, and I'm not making fun of this lady, because this situation is absolutely terrible. And people do awful things and can regret them. That doesn't excuse anything that anybody has done. But even if you have just a tad bit of human decency in you, you're going to have some sort of emotional reaction or PTS. Oh no. PTSD or whatever from that situation. Now, good. I'm glad that, she's breaking down and everything's, and I hope, that justice is served and that her guilt eats them all from the inside out. That would, to me, be best case scenario. And I don't know if that's what's going on here or not, but it seems like it's possibly. Because I don't even know what she's really saying.
I owe everything to him. I can't pay it back.
See, this is weird.
I can't pay it back.
I can't pay it back. Look, the thought of God or eternal salvation becomes a very, very attractive thing here on earth, knowing that you're probably not going to receive any grace here, that in the afterlife something is better waiting for you because you've done horrible things and you are hoping for a redemption, because that's what the Bible preaches. It doesn't matter the sins that you've committed. If you accept Jesus into your heart, that you will be a forgiven Christian and you'll be with Jesus in the afterlife. Now, whether you believe that or not, that's not the issue. You kind of call it like selling out for God. And it seems like that's what she's doing. Because there's definitely an on and an off switch when it comes to this. And it definitely feels like it comes out of nowhere. Let me see. Let me end that. Look. Her eternal salvation, or whatever you want to call it, That, you know, that's between her and God. I'm not, but that's not going to save you from man's justice. That's not going to save you from the justice that like 99% of people on death row find some sort of religion. It's comforting to know or to think that we know what happens after we die. And for those of us that, you know, have been in church and religion, and how many people have you seen, by the way, damaged people, how many come through, it almost seems like they want just it's not a get out of jail free card. It's just like, I want to hide behind religion. And I don't know, you know, I always hated that. So anyway, she's got a competency hearing and all that. Who knows? Who knows how that's going to go? It's going to be another interesting. They just try and muck this stuff all up. Like, at what point can we just chalk it up to bad people being bad people? You know? Like, do we always have to make excuses? Like, she's insane. Obviously, she has major problems. And anybody that's involved in like this kind of case, failing to report the death of a child, meaning that like this right here could be the effects of not reporting something that she saw or was a part of or whatever. You look at this and you go, oh my God, this could be it. This could be the reckoning. Bama Kid said, Josh, you and others saying she is mental off is hurting the case. She gets off because she is mental, no different. Lauren Betty and others talking to suspects. What the hell are you talking about? Bama Kid, like you really, I don't want to embarrass you. And I really don't. But I'm going to tell you that you have no idea what you're talking about. If you're a BHB fan, then go be a BHB fan. But don't tell me what I'm doing is different or isn't different. I didn't order a psych evaluation for her. Coy boy, take it easy, man. I didn't order a psych eval for her. I wasn't somebody who reported that she was having a psych evaluation. That wasn't me. I didn't call a jail on live to try and get some salacious answer, whether it was public information or not. I didn't do any of that. I really didn't. And matter of fact, I wasn't even gonna like talk about anybody else tonight, but I mean, you're being a donkey. Just like flat out, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. And so, you know, if you think what I'm doing is no better, then not a BHB fan, but there are a lot of things that could hurt a case. The judge ordered a psych evaluation. I'm not the one giving her the psych evaluation. I can look at this right here and go, holy crap, something's wrong with her. Just because she's weird, or just because she has major guilt, or she's having a mental breakdown, none of that means anything. It's not a defense. Less than 1% of all mentally, less than 1% of all insanity pleas are accepted. You understand that? I didn't call anybody's house. I didn't do anything. All right? Not me. The judge did it. The judge did it, not me. So, I don't know what's your point. I have never, ever in my life interfered with anything like that. Nor would I ever. I don't care if there is or there isn't. I mean, she's having a breakdown. I think they look at everybody. Let me see. No, I am not. I've been through one of the highest profile cases ever. We had this conversation before. Family was of a victim. Okay, but this is it. Look, if you truly think that what I'm doing I'm not angry. I'm just telling you. No, okay, I'm not going to point my anger at you, just like you're not going to point your naive, weird, I'm no better than somebody that has been arrested 40 times for domestic violence and screams at people at the top of their lungs for me saying that she has problems. Do you not see the difference there? Like, am I off here? Am I missing something? Did I miss something? It's not anger. It's common sense. And what I'm telling you is you're wrong. Flat out. And it's okay. But I'm not pointing my anger at you. Not at all. Yeah, It boggles the mind. And Bama, I like you a lot. You've always been really good in chat and things like that. But like, do you not understand that that's insanely insulting what you just said? And then you say, don't direct your anger at me. Right? I mean, what you said to me was insanely insulting. And then you say, oh, you take your anger out on me. And that's what everybody else says when, you point out. I mean, you took a hard stance against me. I took a hard stance against you. I don't agree. I don't agree. And then, if you don't, what you said was insulting. It just is. Okay. There's no way around it. If that's what you think of me, then you shouldn't watch this show. That's all I'm saying. I think most of us missed something. I don't think so. You didn't miss much. Oh, Ann, you better not. I mean, it's yeah, did they? That's funny. Yeah, it's just insulting. And then you say something back and then you're like this, like, then you're nuts. Then you're angry. Well, you said something insulting to me that I don't agree with and at all. And actually vehemently denounce that kind of behavior. I'm telling you what the judge said. So you said I'm no better than, come on, whatever. Let's just move on. Now let's watch this lady's mental breakdown.
I can't pay it back.
That's really what's going on here. There's some major guilt happening. Dude, that's the thing is I was like, man, I really want to have a show tonight because I've been really enjoying these episodic, night after night, moving on with things and it's been fantastic. But I was thinking, am I going to go debate my points tonight? And apparently the answer was yes.
I owe everything to him.
I don't know what she has. Is it Johanna? Johanna Morotti.
Man, sorry.
Right, Teresa. And Teresa says, we all know he's nothing like that. Even if I was, which I'm not, first of all, none of us do the same stuff. It's just not, I just don't I don't do that stuff. It's not because I'm some great, I just don't want to get involved like that. You know what I mean? And Flo Nightingale was gifted a membership by Mississippi Girl. I love the love. Love the love. Yeah, I believe she is ate up with guilt. V, happy birthday, Josh. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Oh, it's going great.
It hit me so hard. I don't deserve half the stuff I've been given. Not even anything, really. God just keeps blessing me and I don't deserve it.
I would like to know what her blessing is. Oh, but I wanted to tell you, you guys remember my buddy. He's been on the show a couple times. 5 Sauce L Ring. Looks like his baby, if his baby could be born before midnight, which is my birthday. So if the baby's born before midnight, somehow I'm going to try and talk him into. I said 4 months ago, because he said, oh, the baby's due in November. And I said 4 months ago, if your baby's born on November 15th, will you name him after me? And he said, okay, we'll see what we could do. I think he's lying to me, but still. I think he is lying to me. Not about the baby being born, but I don't think he's gonna name his baby after me. So yeah. I said this 4 months ago. Yeah, I think they're gonna go with Aiden. Yeah, Baby Lab. It'll be Baby Lab. So I'm yeah, even just throw me a bone, just a middle name. Aiden Josh, that's dope. Joey Lowell says, I have 4 kids I named after my favorite rock band. Should have asked his mom. I did. She shot me down right away, so I went right to him. All right, now let's move on. Since we didn't get to finish this last night, let's go ahead and listen to a little bit of this.
Hi, welcome.
Hi, I'm sorry. I thought I figured it out, but my 15-year-old had to come.
Hey,
do everything.
That's all. It's great that you're here, and don't be sorry for anything. These are live shows. We do them all the time, and stuff like. I had a show just the other day where my co-host, who unfortunately lives in an Airstream, don't ask.
That's true.
He had to leave his Airstream and go to somebody's restaurant in town and hang out there while we finished the show.
I know I did.
He actually had to lock the restaurant up. The guy just left him there. It was ridiculous. But so don't feel sorry. And my name is Josh, and this is my channel. I don't know, I'm sure you're all brand new to this, but I've seen you on a few other channels, and you are the mother of.
Happy birthday, Josh, and God forgive me, but I'm not buying her breakdowns. Yeah, I mean, no, that's fine. One does not have to be smart to be compassionate for a child. Absolutely. 99 pink balloons with the picture of Leticia Hernandez and another Hayden Josh baby lab. Yeah.
Of Michael that we've been discussing here tonight. And somebody reached out to me just the other day saying, that you had, you're asking people to put Michael's story out there because it needs coverage. It needs momentum.
So now you got to understand this was very early on in the case. Not very early on for major attention, especially across YouTube. It was just starting to get known.
And
I think I was the one that put her and McDonough in contact, but I can't. I don't know. I can't remember if I did or not.
How many months?
I'm sure I did.
Are we now?
This is an old. This is from 9 months ago, by the way. So that's not Brandy live. Just want to point that out.
We are over 6 months. Today makes 201 days.
And which seems like an eternity when a child is missing. I couldn't look. I've never had a child go missing before, and
Bama, I understand. I really do, and we're all good, and I'm moving on. I understand. I'm sure I'm sure I just read it wrong.
I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. And everything that I've heard you talk about, you just seem like such a loving, giving mother. And I'm really sorry that you're going through this, you and your family. It's something that nobody should have to go through. But here now at the lab, and we have other friends as well, with really big channels. And we would like to put this case on the forefront and try our best.
When was that? She mentioned you and said you were one of the channels that did try to help her family and stayed true. Brandy knows how I feel about her and her family.
To bring awareness to what's going on, because after a certain amount of time, it starts to feel overwhelming. Like, is anything ever going to happen? And I know you're feeling desperate. And that's why we're here. Can you just tell us a little bit about that day?
It was like a normal day. Tyler and I typically try to work opposite shifts. I had started a new job. I had been working straight through and working full-time hours, and he was working opposite, and we had a babysitter to kind of coincide with the hours that we would cross over. I had to be at work by 12:30 that morning, or mid-morning. Monkey didn't want me to go. But told him.
Where do you get the nickname Monkey from?
And by the way, it is. I know that like her emotion does definitely come through her. I mean, the tension. You know, I didn't want to ask the wrong question, but I didn't want to not ask the right ones. And I'm telling you, I could just feel. I could feel what was going on. Like the conversation that we were having was obviously heavy, and I could see that it was heavy for her. And so I was really, really just trying my best to be as like thoughtful as I could.
Because it's such a cute nickname.
Oh, he could climb before he could walk or crawl. In my belly. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. If you have seen any videos or any mama knows, like he literally was climbing.
Once again, in retrospect, you know, you do look at these different.
Hung from my rib cage, I want to honestly say. Yeah.
And he's an energetic boy.
He is an energetic. Yeah.
I've seen him at the video of him driving his little car, and then you guys making cookies, and it you know, which makes this all the more heartfelt for me, because you know, we've tried to help others before, and you know, your pleas, your everything that you say, it just seems like every fiber of your existence is just trying to get this young man, your son, home. And you know, I'm praying that that's going to happen for you and for him, because it is unfathomable.
I remember
what do police, and you know,
now pay attention here, guys. Here is some journalistic ethics.
And if I ask you a question, please, if you can't answer it, I don't want to compromise anything. I don't want to, but is there a theory? I mean, from everything that I've heard, there's just doesn't seem to be a lot.
They are working on a lot of things, but Michael's been abducted.
Michael's been abducted.
Yeah. And is that a gut feeling, or is that something that you know more about that you can't share?
Both.
Okay. And we'll just move on from that. Thank you for answering that very tough question. And I know, look, this is a difficult position for you, talking about this every day, thinking about this every day.
Thank you.
You know, and I applaud you for just going and doing what you have to do, because this to me is all just so genuine. And I just got acquainted with your case probably a week ago. I started, digging into it. 100% acquainted, not like,
I felt like a horrible piece of crap at that moment, because I had heard bits and pieces of it, but I had never really dove into it. Probably because of the Summer Wells case. I'm sorry about I am sad I didn't react sooner.
I had heard about this case quite often, but I didn't really know the ins and outs. And then so I started digging deep because I got an email from somebody, and that's when I said, well, of course I would love to, help in any way that I can. And the only way that I know really how to help is to use my platform to get Michael's face and name and information out there. And he says every kid is cute, but he's just a good looking little man. And was he into sports or anything? Yeah, he absolutely is. Was he into sports?
By the way, she corrected the shiza out of me. And if you notice, I God. Yeah.
Well, and I just got acquainted with your case. Well, of course, I know the ins and outs. And then so I started digging deep because I got an email from somebody, and
I felt that.
And that's when I said, well, of course I would.
And by the way, that's one of those things that, like, watching, you can go, oh, damn, when it's directed at you, you feel it.
Love to, help in any way that I can. And the only way that I know really how to help is to use my platform to get Michael's face and name and information out there. And
it wasn't personal at all, not even a little. And I didn't take it that way, not even a little. I understood, and I would have done the same exact thing.
He says every kid is cute, but he's just a good looking little man. And was he into sports or anything? Yeah, he absolutely is. Was he into sports?
He likes football. He likes soccer. We have a game. It's called Kick or Catch. And playing with the football. I like a certain type of football. Tyler Wayne got Monkey a different type of football, because we're both different with how footballs are, I guess, in our but it's kick or catch, and we toss and he catch or kick. He's got a leg on him, that's for damn sure. He really does.
Well, see, that's where he can mix in the football and soccer. He could be a field goal kicker.
Oh, he is so good with he can stop the ball, like when we're playing soccer. He can stop the ball and go around, and it's amazing. Like, yeah,
Yeah, the field goal kickers are often they get paid a decent amount of money, and they don't have to take the punishment of all the other football players.
right.
He can even play both. That way, mom, when you show up to watch him play, you don't have to worry. I remember my grandma was just like, "No, you're not playing football. Football's too dangerous." And oh, wow. But I bet if I would have been a kicker, and by the way, I can't kick. I'm right-handed, left-footed. That should tell you everything you need to know.
Got it.
I would have been a kicker, but I just,
When I try and run and throw a ball, I spin myself in a circle.
Grandma ruined my chances of being a professional.
She really did. She did. There's no question about that.
And so we go through this investigation's ongoing. It's fluid. You're constantly in contact with law enforcement, and I hope, like, I'll ask you a question. I just hope you don't take any offense to anything when I ask. Did they offer you guys a polygraph?
Yes.
Okay. And then in another case that has been very talked about here on YouTube, the parents of this other little girl, Summer Wells, they haven't been cleared. What does law enforcement say about you guys?
That we have cooperated 100% fully. Every avenue that they've asked for, it's been open doors, open everything. There's nothing. All of our devices have been cloned. Everything, even our kids, even my ex-husband.
Sure.
Fully cooperative here. Here is yes. Like,
that's obviously that speaks volumes.
Help us.
Sure. And I see you stand up there with the police during the press conferences, and that is very important.
I'll do that.
I can't imagine how difficult that truly is. And you do so well composing. I know it's hard. I see you breathing deep when it's, but it is so important. And Michael needs you to do that, because
I'm really bad about breathing. I don't breathe. I hold my breath a lot. And
yes.
Is that something that started because of this, or did you have that also in the past and it maybe became a little worse?
No,
your stress level is unmatched. I mean, there's just nothing you can, there's nothing that anybody can say to you and tell you that it's not going to make you feel better until your son comes home. So
exactly.
did you have those kind of problems before, like where it was just an anxiousness, or no?
No.
Yeah. Right. And so, that's a completely normal thing. You're just trying to cope. And as people of my show know, like I can relate to certain aspects. I've never had a kid go missing, but I've had to deal with coping in my life as well with certain things. I lost my mother at a young age due to a violent act. And so I was just a little boy when that happened. So I grew up, and talk about, you get like these weird little tics, or these, when you feel like you're losing your breath and you're trying to catch it, and then it can turn into like a panic attack or whatever. There's just a lot of emotion just going through you. And you're still currently working.
Yes.
I mean, it's just tough.
I'm not working much, honestly. Tyler is working full time. We were out of work for almost 3 months. It was about 2.5 months. I'm working part time. He's working full time. We have 4 children. Driver's ed, color guard, you name it, everything and anything, just trying to.
Can you tell me a little bit about the difficulty? Because I mean, your life doesn't stop. Like you just said, you have other children in the home. Your husband works, you work, and you take care of the children. How difficult? I mean, there's just got to be some days where you just, are at your wit's end. I can imagine. You're such a strong person for even being able to pick yourself up out of bed in the morning, and I applaud you for that, because I know a lot of people wouldn't be able to do that.
There are days I don't want to. I don't, and I have literally spent the past week in pure tears, especially the past 3 days. Yesterday made 200 days. 200 fucking days. I'm sorry.
You don't have to be sorry for anything. You don't have to be sorry for that.
And I don't know what to do. I don't know if I'm doing enough, or I'm trying to be present.
Well, we asked that question, and from everything that I know about this case, you're doing the absolute max that you can do. I mean, what more can you do? You're still pleading for your son. You're working, taking care of your kids at the same time. You show up to the press conferences. You put up flyers. It may feel as though you yourself may feel like, I wish there was more that I could do, and that's going to be a normal feeling for you. But from all outside appearances, I think that you are doing exactly what you need to do, exactly what needs to be done. And hopefully this case will end soon with Michael coming home. And that is what's most important, is that we just keep getting his name out there, following the updates, putting his face out there. This community, I'm telling you, this community is amazing, and they are some of the most helpful, to where, putting his name out there is everything. And you know that, because that's what you've pleaded for, coverage. You beg for it,
That's what we need. That's what we're asking. Like, please, just everyone see Michael's beautiful face. That's what we need. That's what he needs.
Do you feel like this case got kind of maybe pushed on to the side in the eyes of maybe media and things like that? Is that something
I do, because there the speculation and drama. That's our son, our baby is missing, and there's been a criminal investigation done, and because we're
I understand.
I every missing child deserves attention, but this is my baby. He's our son. He's my baby, and so no, I don't feel like he has gotten the attention he deserves. And there are a lot of people helping and trying, and I thank everyone that's doing that and continues and is helping now.
You know, I actually agree with you that I don't feel like this case has gotten the attention that it has deserved either. And that's from somebody in the I say true crime community. I do a lot of different shows about a lot of different things, not necessarily just missing children or missing people, or we talk about a whole different slew of stuff. So the true crime community itself, this should be picked up on. And I have seen you on a couple others that have done this, and that's fantastic. But, we just got to get it out there, and it's going to make a difference. I feel as though, and if we can do it in a respectful way where it's just about finding your son, there's no stopping us. I really think that, and I apologize personally too, as somebody who runs a channel on you. I should have picked up on this case a long time ago, and I apologize for that. Can you tell me about the Amber Alert situation?
So there is a criteria. There are 6 suggested, that word, they're not mandatory. What are they called? Stipulations?
Yeah, basically, they call them certain criteria that has to. Are they saying that is it because of a vehicle that or what? I mean, what is it that doesn't meet their criteria?
Didn't.
It didn't meet their criteria. So, excuse me.
Sorry.
No.
I'm still learning all of this and figuring all of it out about the Amber Alert, but in Idaho, there are the 6 suggested criteria. Under 17 years of age, believed to be in imminent danger or death, known abductor or vehicle, has to be entered into the NCIC. And the last one has to, they have to be able to give like a physical description and what he was wearing, everything. So basically, Michael did not meet the known vehicle or abductor.
Yeah, how would they know that though? Like, how would they know that he wasn't put into a vehicle, or,
they had no physical evidence. They had no witness on that at that time.
Yeah, it sounds like each state is different, but it's another one of those laws that.
Can I say horseshit?
Sure, you can say whatever you want.
I think that's bullshit.
Of course, I look, because that goes out on it's a national data, national database, and it's put out for miles and miles and miles, and from what I read from the story is that he was reported missing around 6:30, but nothing was put out for a couple hours. No.
So no, Michael was reported missing after 7 p.m.
Okay.
And then there were 4 missing endangered persons reports that went out, and they go out via text message, email, landline, cell phone, but it's not an Amber Alert. You have to be signed up for this. And that one, the first one went out at 8:20 p.m.
Right.
And the lead detective was trying to get an Amber Alert for Michael.
And it
but
was denied.
Yeah.
And right here, there's
He didn't
comment.
apparently, because he didn't meet every single one of those suggested criteria.
That is something that it needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
It needs to be fixed in a major way. And the comment here says the fact that he's 5 years old should be enough for an Amber Alert, and I agree with you 110% on
Salvena,
that.
yes, ma'am. He's 5 years old.
Yeah. If a kid goes, like, this is how I view it. If a child goes missing, they're in imminent danger no matter what.
Right.
It doesn't matter. They're a child. They can't take care of themselves. So they go missing. Obviously, it's a serious situation. Could it be resolved quickly? Sure, it can, but that doesn't always happen. And I understand, you you cannot do it right away, because he could have went here, he could have went there, da da da. But after 30 minutes or so, you're going, okay, man, we're not finding anything. We got to expand this thing. And these are laws that need to be looked at, and laws that need to be
an hour and a half, 2 hours. Like, you had the entire town, and like it literally looked like traffic in LA because of all of the cars and the people and just everywhere. Honestly, why?
Right.
So with EMTs and law enforcement, that excuse me.
Oh, take your time. Take your time, Liz.
There are so many people, and he knows his name. Michael knows his name. Monkey. He knows.
And so if people were yelling for him, he would have came. Yeah, where you are.
Notice how important that is. There was no doubt in her mind when she said, he knows his name. And you can kind of, you can see it on her face. She knows that he just didn't wander off.
Honestly, why?
Right.
So with EMTs and law enforcement, that excuse me.
Oh, take your time. Take your time, Liz.
There are so many people, and he knows his name. Michael knows his name. Monkey. He knows. And
so if people were yelling for him, he would have came. Yeah, where you are is it's a residential, right? I mean, there's neighbors and stuff
It's
like that. It's not a big,
residential rural, so it's
there's
like
5,000 people in the town. It's not a very big town, right?
yeah,
But it's not that far from Boise either.
it's about 50 miles, 55
Right.
miles.
Well, Boise's a major city, and so you know we have other cases that we talk about where abduction seems very unlikely in these situations that the parents claim abduction, and the law enforcement in your town said the fact that there was nothing points towards the abduction theory. Now, I'm not talking about the conversation you have had. I'm talking about what's put out there in the public.
Right.
And for him, how long do you think it was before your husband had last contact with Michael and to when he went missing?
15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes max.
Okay. And so so between 15, 20 minutes, he's like, okay, I haven't seen Michael. He's, well, you know, he's possibly wandered off. I can't find him. And that's when the yelling and the, hey, you know, starts. The police are on the phone. How long did it take police? How long did it take them to get there?
Less than a minute, I want to say 2 minutes. I mean, they're about a block and a half away from us, honestly.
Small town. You would think that if he had wandered off, you would have found him very easily.
Very quickly.
Right. So the abduction theory isn't so much a theory as, look,
probability.
Somebody moved this boy. You know, the kids don't move that fast. Like, especially when they get out and you know, they're just not even, I think it's,
he thinks he's the Flash, but like I said, he was in flip-flops and he had only been wearing them for 3 days. I just gotten them for him. He was just learning how to walk in flip-flops, and little kids don't walk in flip-flops. They scoot. So,
you know, somebody said that praying for you, Brandy, Michael, please check Facebook. I've been trying. I'm sure you get a lot of messages and, you know, support.
I appreciate everyone. I'm trying to take care of my family and
that's exactly what you're doing. And I appreciate you even taking the time to come on here and talk about, you know, your son, because it's just a tragic thing that these things go on, that you can't even let your kids wander outside a little bit, you know, without the fear of that happening, the fear of them going missing. And I see the desperation in you, and I can feel it just through the screen. And it's, you know, I mean, what are you going to do? It's authentic. It's raw. You know, it's not even this many months later, it only gets worse by the day. I'm guessing you just feel desperate, and that's why we're trying to help. And I thank you so much for coming up here. And I know talking about this stuff is upsetting. It just is.
it's hard, but I don't care how hard it is. Monkey's coming home. We need our baby, and he needs us. I know he's missing us. I know, I can feel it in my heart, and I know. So I need help. Hard as it is,
we can definitely help get this out there. And I'm going to pass this along to some of my other friends here on YouTube. And maybe, you know, we can have put this in the forefront, because it sounds like you guys are working on some, you know, there are things that law enforcement want to know. they want I believe it's the identity of a car in the neighborhood. Is that still a thing? I can't believe it was the white vehicle. I can't remember.
The white Honda Pilot.
Yeah. Is that something that's still in play?
I believe they may have established that.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna say too much, but
No problem. But there are advances, right? I mean, there are things happening, and that's huge.
Yes.
And so if there's somebody out there that's watching this and it sparks their memory, or go, that didn't look right, or I'm in this area just this far from where this child went missing, that could make all the difference in the world. And so that's why we do these things. And I just wanted to say thank you for coming on, and hopefully we can talk again. And I hope you felt respected and by everybody, and
I haven't seen anything, so, but I thank you, Josh, and thank you for having me, and thank you for talking about Michael and bringing awareness to Monkey. And our number one goal is to bring our baby home. That's it. So I really appreciate you taking the time to speak with me.
It's my pleasure. And anytime, you need to come on, share information that you want to share, or, just update on the case. And you know what? Hopefully tomorrow we don't have to talk about this anymore. Maybe just very soon in the future, we won't even have to have this conversation. And then,
we're going to all be celebrating
Chuck E. Cheese. I'll be there.
Oh.
You guys not have a Chuck E. Cheese?
We do in Meridian, farther away. Yeah. Probably 45 minutes.
I'm not allowed at Chuck E. Cheese anymore. When I was 12, I climbed up on the dinosaur that they had in there. And it had this big net on it. I was being a monkey, climbing the thing as well. And but that's here in my hometown. So I don't know if I'm banned from all.
Monkey doesn't like the mouse. The band on the stage, he's Yeah. But the last time we went to Chuck E. Cheese, he got himself one of those cool airplanes that you put together, the styrofoam ones.
Yeah.
He won tickets. It was I can't remember which game it was, but yeah.
Can you imagine, why? First of all, the mouse is completely hideous and it's huge. Yeah. What makes mice cute is they're kind of just little, and like rats are gross, little mice. But I think it's because of the cheese that rats or mice like cheese. So, but it just all seems weird,
He thinks it's really funny to scare mommy with fake mice. Because mommy doesn't. I'll do snakes. I'll do, I can turn a wrench like no other. But I'll tell you what, when it comes to no hamsters, no gerbils, no rats, mice, I'm gone.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I'm not a huge rodent guy myself, or reptile. I actually just
I like reptiles.
Oh, do you like snakes and stuff?
Yes, sir.
They scare me because
really?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just the whole how kind of creepy and crawly they are, and they kind of I like dogs.
I like dogs.
Yeah, but snakes and stuff, they seem like they're after you all the time. It's just they got their eyes on you. And
oh no, ferrets. Yeah. I swear to God, they are the ones to get you, not snakes.
You've handled a ferret before?
Kind of, and I ran away.
Yeah, right. I would have too. Raccoons. You guys have raccoons around?
Yes, and I want one. We all want one as a pet. Well, Monkey, and Ben want one as a pet, but
I think in Texas you can have them as pets. I don't, but most places kind of discourage it. We have raccoons because I live up in the Pacific Northwest, and the heavy redwoods and stuff. And so we have wildlife, and raccoons run through our neighborhood because we have kind of a green belt not far. And when these things fight, they get in fights in the middle of the road at night, and you can hear them. They sound literally like jaguars when they're fighting.
Yes.
It's a terrifying sound. But they are cute. Like when they wash their food. Have you ever seen them take the food and then rinse it in the bowl?
Yeah.
It's the best.
So I grew up in the Pacific Northwest, so I know all about raccoons. And we had lots and lots of them.
Yeah, they're invasive little turds, but like they're cute.
They're cute.
But we have skunks too. And actually the other day a skunk kicked the screen down like for the crawl space in my house, and it got under there and it sprayed. And it was a bad day and a half, maybe 2 days.
No.
It was terrible. But the thing is, I can actually sleep still because it's happened so many times that my dogs get sprayed. I've been sprayed, that gets sprayed into the house. It still smells bad, but I can almost tolerate it now. It sucks.
You're going to have to get yourself like a tomato candle or a Febreze with tomato in it.
Yeah. What is it? Now it's vinegar, and vinegar smells horrible too. So you have
I'd rather deal with tomato.
Yeah, I guess I would too. It seems to work. I've had to do that with a dog that I had. One time she got sprayed so bad, her eyes, she couldn't even see, and she came running in the house. Her eyes were closed. She comes through the back door and she hits the back of our couch, almost knocks it over. I mean, I had to take her out front and start spraying her eyes with a hose because it was like she got pepper sprayed. It was terrible. I felt so bad for her. But anyway, I wanted to thank you for coming up and talking. And let's stay in touch, and we can. I will pass this along to more people, and hopefully we can just get more and more coverage for the young man, Michael, and you guys. Once again, it is a pleasure to meet you. Sorry for the circumstances, but it is nice to meet you.
Thank you, Josh.
All right, thank you. Talk to you soon.
Have a wonderful night. Thank you very much.
And there was Michael Vaughan's. Yeah, I haven't watched that since that day. I've seen other interviews, but since that day, I haven't seen that. And that was a difficult conversation for her and for me as well, but mostly for her. Anyway, they say could be another week, and yeah, it's terrible. Well, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my birthday. Thank you guys so much. It was a fantastic birthday. Amanda's a little late, but she's here. Let me see. Let's all say, hi, Amanda. Good to see you. Good to see you. As always. Thank you, everybody, for the super chats and stickers and the PayPals. You guys take care of this channel and me very well, and I appreciate that very much. Let me see. Hold on. Anyway.
Let's go. Blaze in the steel. Bring the heat. Mix it non-stop with the hottest DJ.
I'm your host, Joshua Diaz.
Non-stop.
There is no investigation. This boy has.
There is not, really? This to me.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
But I have to put her on the side and worry about
I'm gonna do what I gotta do for me and my boys and my kids.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
There is no investigation. This boy has.
There is not, really? This to me. Rise, idiot.
I've done my best.
Well, good night.
It's hard, you know, it's real tough.
But I have to put her on the side and worry about the boys.
I'm gonna do what I gotta do for me and my boys and my kids.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
Live from the NBD Production Studios, you're in the lab with your host, Joshua Diaz.
There is no investigation. This boy has.
There is not, really? This to me. But I have to put her on the side and worry about the boys. But I have to.
There is no investigation.
Don't say any F's and stuff.
But I have to put her. But I have to put her on the side and worry about the boys.